How's Steph's leg? It looks like he's been in pads when we've seen Steph before.
Yeah, he looked okay today. So we'll see. He'll kind of be a game time decision on whether or not we feel like he's ready to play. So, we'll kind of see how it plays out on Saturday. A lot of it's going to depend on how he feels Saturday.
Can you tell us how your team responded this week, coming off of a bizarre circumstance?
Yeah, it was. Sonny was tough, like we talked about earlier in the week. Guys came in and it was somber, but they got through practice, and by the time we cut them loose, they were focused on Colorado and got over it and learned from it. And then we've practiced well. Today was, I thought, really good. I thought we had a really good Thursday practice. I thought the focus was there. I thought the intensity was there. Went a little longer today than normal. Just we wanted to make sure we covered a lot of situations, and I thought it was a good day.
Has it not been about Arizona now for the last 3 days?
No, it hadn't at all. No, it hadn't been about those guys since Sunday.
Having Marshawn here, it sounded like he kind of made the rounds.
Yeah, it was good to have Marshawn at practice. Yeah, it was good to have him out. It's always good seeing Marshawn.
Does he actually talk to you guys?
Yeah, he kind of came out to practice, walked around, talked to some of our players, and talked a little bit. So he was good.
What was his message to some of the guys?
You know what? I don't know. He just was kind of just visiting with him a little bit.
Sure.
I think biggest thing, I think he loves Cal, and just hey, keep playing hard, and we're kind of excited about what's going on.
Where do you think your defense is at right now in terms of sort of recovering from what you went through? And
I don't know. I guess we'll find that out on Saturday. I think given 3 quarters, I think they played about as well as they could play. And then the fourth quarter was bizarre. A lot of strange things happened. The offense gave them the ball inside the 21 time, and then a fake, or then a onside kick, and then a Hail Mary. So that was 21 points, right there of the points that we gave up. And so, there were some strange circumstances. So. I think if they look at the 3 quarters, they've got to be playing with some confidence, because they were, really shut down a very good offensive football team. And then I think at the end of the game, there's some concern. So I think we've got to see which team we are.
As coaches, do you have to be stubborn about continuing to play the backup guys so that you're not playing
you have to. Yeah, you have
snaps with your starters?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's kind of what we started doing, all season long. And that's, we played a lot of different guys in Northwestern, played a lot of guys in Sac State. And, we knew we were going to get into a ball game like that at some point, and it happened to be the 3rd game of the season. And so we're still trying to bring those guys along. There's a lot of newcomers. I think we've played, the 37 newcomers this year, got new guys to the program, and so we're trying to get them experience and get them ready to play.
How are you health-wise other than Kluwer?
Good. Powell's a little banged up. We'll kind of see how he does.
What's his deal?
He's got a little bit of shoulder injury, so we'll kind of see how he progresses. But he'll be the same thing. We'll see what he can do on Saturday.
Right. Your linebackers, they all healthy?
Everybody's good. Yep.
Tandy's okay?
Tandy won't dress. No, Tandy won't be there.
Okay. What's his?
He got a concussion. Practice concussion. Actually, in the game, rather. Excuse me.
Was that Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday covering a kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Willis, how about him?
Yeah, we're getting him back more and more. He'll be available Saturday. He hadn't practiced probably enough to make much of a contribution. So, we'll kind of see what he can do.
What's his injury?
He's had a deal forever.
Something with the shin.
Yeah, a shin injury. Okay. I don't know what it is. It's a shin injury.
Is Copper's a couple of weeks away still?
I would guess we'll be limited maybe next week, maybe the following week. So probably 2 weeks away.
Was Lowe all right?
Yeah, Lowe's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Playing Colorado, they're almost more of a different style than most of the Pac-12 plays in terms of they don't go spread.
Yeah. They're a little more traditional offense. What they do is they show you a lot of different stuff. I mean, you're going to see 2-back kind of West Coast stuff, and you're going to see a lot of spread. They're a little more spread this year than they were last year. And so, they're going to throw a lot of different personnel groups at you, a lot of different formations, shifts, motions, movements. They're throwing the ball a lot. That's the thing that stands out about them. I mean, they're dropping back and throwing it a bunch. And so, our secondary is going to need to play well. We're going to need to be able to get a pass rush. And then big thing is we're going to have to tackle well when guys get in space.
That guy was pretty good against you last year.
Yeah, the quarterback's played well. Yeah, he's played good this year. He's been, he's been a good player. I mean, he's really done a good job of executing their offense.
Is it almost harder to prepare for a more traditional team now when you face so many spreads? You run spread yourself.
Yeah, everybody's kind of different. I mean, it's everybody does different things. The spread stuff's there's so much difference between spread teams. I mean, there's
the spread to run and the spread to pass.
There's the spread to run, spread to pass. And so there's not as much carryover between a lot of those teams as people might imagine. And so, Colorado's going to be in a lot of four wide receiver sets, a lot of 11 personnel with a tight end. They'll be in 12 and 21, just all the different stuff. We'll see it, and so we just got to prepare for everything.
You had any contributions from Spencer Hagan? You give him a call, say, hey, what do they do against you guys?
And, well, we've talked to some guys this week, as we always do, and so just trying to figure out the best way to defend them and score points against them.
That includes Spencer?
Oh, it includes a lot of guys.
Their corners like to play a lot of man coverage and press.
Yeah,
that's correct. Right?
Yeah, especially 20. 20 presses a lot. It's good with his hands. Very aggressive. He's a good corner. I think both their corners are good players, but 20 plays real aggressive, and I think he's probably one of the better corners in the league.
When you got receivers like you do here, pretty talented.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup.
Right.
We'll kind of see which guy wins. There'll be a lot of good one-on-one battles, and it'll be a competitive ball game for our receivers.
Flip side's the case too, right? With Spruce and Fields.
Yeah. I mean, those guys. Spruce has played really well. I mean, he's a good player. Just really consistent guy, a good route runner. And like I said, he and the quarterback are on the same page.
You almost didn't notice him last year with Richardson, huh?
Yeah.
He was awfully good still.
Yeah, he was good. But Richardson was kind of the go-to guy, and they've kind of switched roles this year. Now Spruce is the go-to guy, and so it's
Richardson's in the NFL.
Yeah, and exactly. And they do a good job getting those guys the ball.
You had seen Shea obviously recruiting him. Does that help? At least what kind of an athlete he is. Or
not really. You can kind of see what you need to see on film. You can see how they're trying to use him and what they're trying to do with him. And so, I don't really think it makes that big of a difference.
What did you see out of him when you were recruiting him?
He runs pretty good. He's a receiver that was productive, and you can see that on his tape this year. He knows how to run routes. He understands timing and spacing, and he's got good hands. Good speed, plays hard.
Is he a good counterpoint to Spruce, given their the different types of receivers?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's kind of the guy they try to get the ball to on some of their speed sweeps and reverses and that type of stuff, screens. So they're kind of different guys, but both good at what they do.